Hi everyone. Today, me and my teammates Xiaoyue, Da, Peng, and Yuhan, we are going to present our updated machine translation training proposal. First of all, I'd like to share our final results. Um, when we first started planning for this project, we set three criteria for our project. Our initial goal, as you can see, for efficiency was that our post-edited machine translation would be 30% faster than the human translation. And as for the cost, it would be 30% less than the human translation. And for quality, we would avoid severe mistranslations. But as our project went on, we did have some variations. So at last, our post-edited machine translation actually reached around 55% faster than human translation. As for the cost, it was 45% cheaper than human translation. And we ended up identifying an average of 5 minor and 2 moderate issues per 200 words, and we didn't find any major issues. For the definition we set for minor, moderate, and major issues, you can refer to appendix in our written report. And also please note that for our project, we only trained both engines for the first 2 rounds, and then after a careful internal deliberation based on the efficiency and other factors, we conducted the rest of the training through System. And I will hand off to my teammate.
For our updated objectives, we are still looking for efficiency, cost, and quality. We want our new machine translation engine approximately 60% faster than human translation and 50% cheaper than human translation. For the quality part, we wanted with a better quality of the criteria of if 80 out of 100 points would be considered good quality. This is our final project timeline and cost. Our project starts from February 24th with client meeting after data cleanup, alignment, machine engine training rounds, which are 10 rounds, and final human evaluation. Our final project deliveries are on April 16th. And below is the cost of the project. Items are here from the machine setup to cleanup, document cleanup, alignment, and machine training to the final QA round. The total cost is $4,030.
Thank you, Da. So the following table demonstrates the two different machine translation models, which is Microsoft and Systron. We use the background data as the reference for our calculation. So we have a hypothetical human translation of 1,500 words, and the cost is based on that a human translator can translate 250 words an hour, and the rate is $0.12 per word. So the first column is about the cost of human translation, which are the same. They both need 6 hours to translate this document, and the cost is $180. The second column is the PMT, which is post-editing machine translation, and the cost is about $40 per hour. So there are some difference between Microsoft and Systron because Systron delivers a better machine translation result. So the time is 2 hours, which is 1 hour less than the Microsoft. And in terms of the savings, as you can see, Microsoft only save 50% in terms of time and 33% in terms of cost, while Systron saves us about 66% for time and 55% for cost, which is much better than our proposed objectives.
Thank you, Peng. As displayed in the table above, during the first two rounds where we trained both engines, we soon discovered Microsoft Translator is extremely time-consuming. When given the same data, the average of training time on Microsoft Translator is 3 times more than that of System. In addition, System supports background processes, which is more user-friendly. Since post-editing machine translation can be time-consuming and expensive, it is important to choose a machine translation engine that is likely to produce high-quality output with less time-consuming. Furthermore, the System engine's training data and tuning data requirements are not as strict as the Microsoft engine, which makes it easier to train and tune the model with the available data, so we suggest to use System. Next slide, please. This is the 10 training round data, and as you can see in the first round, we use the same file as used in Microsoft Translator, and for the second and third round, the blue score dropped, so we changed the domain to medical to make it more specific. And the fourth round, we failed because we merged the training data and tuning data into one GMX file. For the fifth round, we choose the round 1 as the parent model, as it has the best blue score. And for the several following rounds, we made some improvements, like change the domain to health, choose the best round model as the parent model, manually delete 4,000 segments in training data to try to improve the blue score. And for the last round, we manually delete the training data to 5,390 segments. Next, my teammate will talk more about opportunities to improve in the future.
Overall, some goals are met, and for the long run, our team still wants to continue training with System. We decided to train 10 more rounds to see whether there will be an improvement in the training quality. So in the future, we want to improve in mainly 2 aspects. The first one is data expansion. We want to increase the variety of our data sets. We will collect more data in medical field, whether it is thesis papers or newspapers or articles on the website. And also we want to increase the quantity of the data sets, but the point is we want to have the segments with higher quality. And the second point is we want to have the segments into smaller segments, which means the segment should be shorter, and that is more friendly with training engine. And third, we want to select segments that are friendly with training engine. For example, the segments that has simple grammar or active voice, and etc. And the second aspect is translation settings. We want to add domain-specific terminologies, enhance the training data with domain-specific knowledge, adjust the hyperparameters of the model so that we can improve the quality and accuracy of our training engine. Next slide, please. Throughout this project, we learned a lot about machine translation, post-editing, and also how to train machine translation engine. And the first major takeaway is to choose a suitable training engine. As you can see through our project, selecting a suitable training engine could not only save our time, but also deliver a result with higher quality. And also, as I mentioned in the improvements we can do, we want to improve the quality and quantity of the data sets. That's the main takeaways we want and what tips we will do for our future training. And at last, we want to mention distinguishing the needs of post-editing between light post-editing and full post-editing will be also important for training machine translation engine. It will distinguish us from the time and the cost. So that's all. Thank you.